Kara's not coming, by the way.
We heard. Leah said she probably won't come. So.
No, I talked to her yesterday. She like sent me this crazy text. And she's like, I sent you a Marco Polo. And then the text was a panic text about the Marco Polo she sent me. And it was like super long. And I was like, uh-oh, whoever
like
Kara Sally is way out.
Right out.
Blanche.
Whoever Kara Sally is.
Blanche just sent me a text. So then I listened to the Marco Polo and it was clearly Blanche. And I was like, oh no. She's like, I'm the worst at scheduling and it's even worse now. And she's just beating herself
Which is
up.
hilarious because she just took on a job at her job to like while she's in school as an administrative assistant. And it was like, I hope you're better at it for other people.
You can't say that to her.
She probably will.
I did.
Just like she's so hard on herself. It's like, here, everyone has made this mistake. And like, what is it? What is the day today? And what is the deadline?
Yeah.
I literally showed up at my girlfriend's house for this 3-month plan of a girls' night with a bunch of my high school friends that's been in the works for months to get it so everyone can come. And I showed up on the wrong day. And I almost cried because I was so excited. And I was like, no one's answering the door. Where am I? I was so sad.
They're just inside. It's Leah, don't answer.
I know. It honestly ran through my head.
Right?
I was like,
I know it did. Because that's what would run through my head. Like,
yeah, I was like, this is so high school.
Is this like an unfriending intervention?
Unfriending intervention, like just
we planned it for months. Show up on this
bitches.
day.
Make sure
We're all
everyone's
gonna be
there.
the following day.
And we're not going to say anything. We're just going to ghost her.
And then I had plans for Chinese New Year, so I couldn't like cancel on like New Year's doesn't change its date. So I couldn't go, and they called and I had the worst FOMO because normally I hate socializing, but I haven't socialized with anyone in so long. I was so excited, and they were all like, "We're having the best time." It was like, this is so classically high school. The whole thing.
It was like a great high school reunion for a different reason.
For everybody but me.
Yeah, this is exactly how I felt when I was left.
I had like this great, because I know this is like, these people are lovely and we love each other, but I still wanted to look so good because I haven't seen them in like 2 years. And I was like, oh man, I've been like really eating smart this week, so I'm not bloated. And like I had this great outfit that makes me look so cute. And I like dyed my eyebrows. And I was like, fuck,
you went all
they're never gonna know how cute I still am. I'm so fucking vain. It's terrible.
I love it.
What color did you dye your eyebrows?
Oh, my eyebrows are like clear in real life.
Oh, so you just made them.
Yeah. So I just
appear.
like use that beard and mustache dye, like just for men. And I just make them a color.
Cool. And then does it grow out?
Yeah. Maybe a month out of it. Yeah.
Be quiet.
One time I bleached them. Sarah knows this. Remember when I bleached them? And it was because I was like,
orange.
maybe cool. No, it was like so strange. It looked so bad.
I bleached my eyebrows once for a Halloween costume. And then I shaved them off. I bleached it
so
and then shaved them off.
Yeah.
Your poor eyebrows. You're like, what did we do to you?
And then I had to grow them back. Yeah.
Oh man.
Lucky for you. My mom said that she shaved her eyebrows off and then they just never grew back. She says like 4 hairs that she has to use as like connect the dots.
I just say, I've heard a lot of people, when they shave them off, they don't come back.
Really?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Lucky, yeah.
Well, I was young. I was in my 20s. Like it was recently.
My mom did it. My mom did it because the style was like to draw your eyebrow on super surprised, like back in the 60s. So I think she was youngish then.
Maybe she did it more than once though. You'd think
maybe it was her
doing
routine. Yeah.
Maybe there's like a scar tissue stopping them. But this is just for my Lilu costume.
I totally remember. I knew. I couldn't remember her name, so I didn't shout it out. But I wanted to.
I still have that costume, but I'm like, when am I ever going to wear this again?
Maybe some other Halloween after you're super sick.
I dieted for that. I never diet, but I like kind of dieted for that costume.
I know, that's why I'm like, after you're super sick, like if you don't eat for the 3 weeks leading up to Halloween.
It's photo shoot time.
You get stomach flu.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, I'm so dehydrated
right after you have
so fucking hot right now.
I'd had to be sick for a long time. I think it was like, I'm right now like 135 is like a normal weight for me. And I was like 118. It's like that'd be like a really big flu.
That's really skinny. That's a lot of weight.
I was just like, do one of those master cleanses. I remember I did that.
For like
and I
a
went
year.
down so
For a year. You'd be so
I was
cleansed.
so skinny.
So
I didn't
clean.
even finish. You're supposed to do it for, I think, 10 days. I think it was 7.
Yeah.
And when Susie, our cousin, I went to Susie and Mark's for dinner, but I was like, I can't eat, but I'll come because a whole bunch of cousins were getting together. And I showed up and Susie was like, what's wrong? Are you sick? And I was like, oh no, I'm doing this fast. Someone said they didn't think I could do it. It's like a challenge. I'm like, so it's like, I just have, maple syrup and whatever. And she was like,
Maple
oh my
syrup
God, you're
and-
eating right now. You're like a skeleton. You look like you're ill.
It's like you're
And
dying.
I was like,
No,
oh.
because especially when you lose weight really fast, right? Like,
And I was super fit then because I was working for Vega. I was already like super.
You probably
dance
didn't
classes,
need a cleanse.
Pilates. I'm
Dan
working
was
for
all
a
stressed
fitness
about getting
company.
the kids out on time today, and I was like, "Don't worry, we just chit chat for the first like 10 or 15
2
minutes."
hours.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, okay."
I know.
I
Be
need
honest,
to
you probably
explain my look today. I went to my brother's wedding yesterday.
Was it a surprise
You
wedding?
did?
Yes, it was a surprise wedding. Yeah. So I didn't go to bed till like 1 a.m, and then I got up at like, I don't know, 7:15. So my eyes are not looking like I'm awake. So I had this plan from last night. I'm like, I'm just gonna wear my sunglasses on the podcast. I don't fucking care. So
Okay, great.
it doesn't like, it's
Cold as
okay,
ice.
right? I just wanted you to know that
Yeah.
I'm not as cool as I look. I
You are. That's what you look.
And how was it good?
It
'Cause
was
I know your brother was trying to.
bizarre. So he
Oh.
called me on Thursday and was like, hey, I have a weird question. We're going to get married on Saturday. So would you guys come? And I was like, of course. Like, what's going on? So apparently there was there's this bar in Penticton, which is a total dive, called the Barking Parrot. And for Valentine's Day, they're like, what should we do for Valentine's Day? So they landed on, let's marry 20 couples. This is for love. So what's for love? Marriage. Like, I don't know. I don't work there. I didn't attend the meetings, but they decided that they would marry people. And then they made it like a Vegas themed night, which it really wasn't Vegas themed at all. But so it was bizarre. Like, there was like, they did it in 2 sets of 10, and it was totally like, they didn't have enough people working. Like, it was crazy. But anyways, so, and I think their officiator was drunk by the time it was their turn, like, or having a stroke. Like, she literally was like, do you, Donna, take Donna to be your,
Donna forever?
Yeah.
Want to be Donna forever?
So like my wedding, where our officiant couldn't say Dan's name and didn't illegally marry us.
Oh dear.
So yeah, it was awesome.
That's great.
It was fun. It was super fun. We never
fun.
go out ever past dark, ever. It was very hard for us to go to this, but then we finally went and enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
And now you have
Yeah.
to wear sunglasses.
And now my eyes are
The
so
And now you're
bad.
paying the price.
Worth it.
Well, cool.
So how was that to do with your sunglasses? Because you're
Oh,
hungover?
Hi.
No, I'm not even hungover. I'm just super tired. So like my under eyes are super puffy. Like even on a good day when I try to go to bed early for this podcast, I don't really.
Show them
Feel-
her eyes aren't ready to open. Her eyes are still sleeping.
Yeah.
Her body's
Mhm.
awake.
Mine are always like that every podcast we ever do. This is like
I feel
I
like
always
that too.
close or I work really late the night before. So,
Yeah.
Sunday mornings are hard for me in general.
Just 8
I
in the
have
morning is hard for
concealer.
me.
Where's Kara?
Oh yeah, so
The
Kara's
deadline.
not coming because she screwed up, and so that she's applying to a master's program
Specialty.
thing in the master's program, something she has to apply for, and
Mhm.
there's all these things she has to do for it, and the only thing left was to write this paper, and she thought she had an extra week or something, and like thought, oh, the 14th is like whatever, right? Like I have lots of time. And
Right.
then realized yesterday that the 14th is Monday and she hasn't written the fucking paper and she's
20
freaking
page.
out.
Like a 20-page paper or something.
Yeah. And she's like
Oh,
freaking
no.
out. Like she's upset. Like she sent me like a Marco Polo, but I was busy because I guessed this weekend. That's funny too. Because everyone seems to have a crazy weekend because this weekend I was like, I said to Mamadou, our friends, Tom's here from Canada and his wife, they can visit us
Mhm.
anytime except for this weekend because I have a show. And they're
Yeah.
like, they called on Thursday and like, we're coming this weekend. And he was like, I think there might be something. I don't think we can do it this weekend. And like, oh, come on, we'll come. It's fine. And he's like, okay.
Fine.
And he's like,
Fine.
that's year's coming. And I was like, what? Like we've been
Like, but
waiting
I
for him
thought
since
the only one.
January. No, December.
Hmm.
Before Christmas. And this is the weekend. Anyway, so whatever, it's fine. They came, but like I'm also like exhausted because I don't stay up like I go to bed at 9:30 and read my book.
Right.
That's what I do. And then the kids are up
What to
early.
do,
and
'cause I
whatever.
do
Anyway,
it
so
all day.
so Kara sent me a whatever. I didn't hear the Marco Polo. And then I got a text being like, I sent you a Marco Polo. It was like super long. So eventually I called her and I was like, hey, I just got your messages. Like, cause it was hours later.
Yeah.
Hey, I just got your messages. So yeah, okay. No big deal.
Keep your head
And she's
down
like,
and get her
"What?"
done.
Yeah,
Just
but that's
get
like
her done.
how I feel like I do this too. It's like when you're like in that state, you start. It's like you procrastinate in your any way. It's like
Yes.
okay,
That's what I
so
said
get
to
started.
her.
And it's like, but I
Well, that's
gotta
what I said.
let the
Stop
world
worrying
know.
about this.
She like called everybody to tell them what she done. It's like just sit the fuck down. I have
know,
to
I
arrange a
knew it.
babysitter or just start and tell the kids to leave you alone. Like it's gonna not be smooth, but it's like you can't create a
Yeah.
dome of silence waiting for some babysitter to show up.
Well, that's what I eventually called her. I was like, well, you need to stop with this. Cause she's like, I sent you Marco Polo. And then she sent me the text and then she called, which I missed her call too. So and eventually I just called and was like, don't worry about it. Stop thinking about it. Put it in the
No,
past.
she's
and do your
procrastinating. She's
paper.
spinning and procrastinating.
Yeah, you got to do your paper and let it go.
She'll get it done.
Yeah.
She always does. This happens all the time.
Be good on it. Is like a deadline
way.
motivating for her, I bet. I
Yeah,
bet.
Like
looks
it's
like
almost
it.
I was like, wow, this is so classic. You're like self-sabotage, procrastination. She's like, but I genuinely didn't remember. It's like, I know you.
We all
never
believe you.
genuinely remember.
Hmm.
You don't have to
I know,
convince
but
us.
on some level you knew, but it's just all of a sudden. Yeah, it's like
I don't know. If somebody's like write a 20-page essay, I'd be like, ugh, I don't
yeah,
want to do that.
think you have more time or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never want to do it.
Like even when it's like 1,000-page or 1,000-word essay, you're like, ugh.
Any
Thousand.
essay. It's like, just let
Any.
me tell you.
Yeah.
But
If
once I
that's what
started,
the whole
I'm like, blah,
problem
blah,
behind
blah,
the blog
blah, blah.
questions. It's like, just let me talk the answers. Let me talk the essay. Let me just talk it. I don't want to write and edit and revise and cite.
Oh, yes.
That's the problem with the
So,
essay is
did we
fucking
tell-
citing bullshit.
Yeah. Hmm.
Before I do this, does anyone mind if I do an Insta story while we're casting?
Yes,
Because-
totally mine. So much.
I knew
No.
it. I knew it. Just because you'll be kind of on it.
I'm now
Before-
on Insta all the time because I'm famous in
Insta.
the sake world. If anyone's seen my video,
Yeah, that was great.
I am.
No.
Well, not in the sake world, but in the key sake world. I've gotten so many, like my uncle called and like guests come up to me. They're like, "Oh, I recognize you from Instagram." I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
No way. That's
Is
amazing.
it from like that? Was it a commercial? Like how would you?
No, I'm doing sake, kind of sake and wine. So
I saw
like
the thing, but what would you
Yeah.
call it?
kind of a promo.
Yeah.
It's mostly we're just doing them. We're going to do them every week. So there's 3 of us sommeliers, so we'll all do one every week that we talk about one of the wines and sakes. It's trying to get people to come in, but also to buy from our online bottle shop. So
Right
which
on.
I've created, so which is cool. And
Good
I'm
for
like
you.
developing and putting up photos and tasting notes and all of this stuff. So it's kind of cool.
That's awesome. Good for
That's
you.
awesome.
Can you
There we
offer
go.
discounts or anything? Like, could you make a wine club?
Not
Not to me.
Oh, yeah, like a wine club. Yeah.
I don't. There's weird liquor rule laws in Ontario, so
Yeah,
I don't think that that's a thing.
No,
but
not an
maybe.
option. That's too bad
Yeah.
because that's a
But-
great hook.
Anyways, sorry, I'm blabbing on. You probably want to
No.
talk about what are we even talking about? I don't even
By the way,
remember. My
wait,
brain
Talking
is
to
so.
strangers today? Our
Talking to
first?
Yes.
strangers.
The
First
final.
Talking to Strangers final.
Oh, final. I have so many things to say. I folded pages. I have like,
I folded pages
I'm as
too.
organized as
oh, wait,
Meredith.
yeah.
And I never fold pages,
It's
but I
organized
folded
as
this one.
Good, because I read it and then like ages ago, and then I've already read part of the Robin knows, so my brain is like in news.
A different
You guys are gonna have
book.
to remind me.
Well, I
It'd
had
be
to
really good
refer
for the next
back.
podcast.
Should we get started?
Yeah.
Everybody ready for Audacity?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Are you ready, Schweitz? Okay.
Yeah,
1,
sorry, yes.
2, 3, go.
Audacity.
All right.
Hello, Audacity.
And the meeting is on. So I told Dad, I'm like, don't worry, you'll be gone before we start.
Book interrupted.
Hi guys, I thought I'd show you an interruption with all these great little house huts that I have in my neighborhood. Let's see what they got today. What do you guys call these? I call them little free library org, but we call them little book nooks or something. Want to see any goodies? Oh no. Anyways, that's my interruption for today. On my walks, I'll show you all of them. There's like only 1 million. Isn't that great that there's these things? What a cute idea. Anyways, bye. Here's another book nook. This one's super cute. Like, look at how nicely maintained it is. Let's see what we got in here, guys. Atlas of Six. I don't know what that's about. Oh man. What do we got? Hot, flat, and crowded. What is it about? Let's see. That could be interesting. I don't know what these ones are. I have a couple books I should probably donate. Okay, on to the next. Isn't that pretty? And then this is the quote. I'll read it. Every person is a wonder, and there are wonders all around us. We need to pay more attention. This is mindfulness. Isn't this really pretty? See if there's anything around the back. Nope. All right. Have a look, see. Ooh. Oh, I've read Wheat Belly. It's true. I've got one. What else did it have? Some good looking cookbooks. What's over here? Oh, that's kind of interesting. More of what we are told. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Not going to get any today, but I'll keep you posted. Unless you guys let me know that you've read some of these and I should be reading them. Anyways, that's all for me for now. Thanks for watching.
Book interrupted.
True.
Yeah.
Hi, Lindsay. So nice to see you.
You
Hi,
too.
Lindsay. So nice to see you.
It's good to be back.
Where are you?
I am in the basement still, in the dungeon.
Were you in there before?
Yes.
It looks very like I know you're
I
in
was
a corner.
facing more
It
this side.
It looks very clean.
Yes, this is the corner that's clean. If I turned this around, everything else would be messy.
You should see my room right now too. Like I was like, okay, I'm ready. And then I was like, oh wait, I had like everything back here was full of like laundry baskets and garbage and everything. I was like, it's all on my bed right beside me right now.
Yeah, Dan grabbed the laundry basket and like went like this to this pack and put everything in the laundry basket and moved it over there.
Yeah,
There
totally.
you go.
Laundry baskets are great for that.
Yes. That's good.
I've been sick, just to let you guys know, and I still have a cough. And I had to work an open close yesterday at work.
Open
So
close
long
is
story.
the
And I was there
best.
till almost 1:30 in the morning. So, but anyways, I seems okay right now. I'm drinking some tea with honey, so I should be okay. But if not, if I put myself on mute or I leave, it's because I'm having a coughing fit and I don't want to be rude. So
How exciting is it that we get to talk to Karma Brown?
Yeah, it's so cool.
I
And
know,
they find
right?
it hard to think of questions. I was like, what would I ask her?
I looked
don't know.
through
I
all
know.
the old show, like quickly through the show notes to be like, what was the stuff that we talked about? So I put
Good
a couple of
idea.
notes for everybody. The focus
is a good
4,
idea.
that was something we talked
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Oh,
Procrastinating, the sleep
Yeah.
archetypes.
I'm surprised that was from that one.
Yeah.
There's a few things. If anybody else,
What
has
else do you
anything
have?
else
Let's
they
hear the list. I
remember.
like the list. Is that, or
Yeah.
are those the three?
Is that it?
Oh, there's way more, but let me see if I remember being like, there's no chance in hell I'm getting up at 5 a.m. That's all I remember.
I know. I was thinking
Um,
that. I'm like, I wonder if Carmen listened to the podcast because, like, I think it's the first or second episode, but it might have been the first. You're like, there is no way in hell I'm doing that.
I know.
And I like how Kim, you went from like being like,
No
I opened
way.
this book and was like,
Mhm.
no, I'm gonna hate this book. And then you were like, and then she was like giving me all the reasons, like, it's okay, the babyest step ever. And you're like, well, maybe I could do a baby.
And you did it,
step.
right?
And she's
Wake
like,
up and
5
have a
minutes,
coffee.
1 minute. And
I
then you
think that-
did it by the end.
The most important thing for me was that she like did the very thing I thought she was going to do, but did it in a joke. So then I was like, okay,
Oh yeah, right.
this isn't that. right?
Okay.
Like,
I like you.
on
You're
the
joking
right,
about it.
like on the first
yeah.
opportunity that she had, she was like, okay, now set your alarm clock. And then the next page, she was like, just kidding, like whatever, right? And I was like, okay, good. Like she's not
I can
gonna
handle this.
shame me into like trying to do this, right? Like it's gonna be like purely voluntary is not the right word, but you know what I mean? Like you decide for yourself, right? Like
You have complete autonomy on
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I'll
totally.
give you the guidelines. Yeah, because like if you're reading a book where somebody you're like, well, obviously you're super intense, like type A, like of course you're gonna do it, but what about me? And she's just like, it's fine. You can
Yeah.
do it or not do it. Wake
Yeah.
up and have a coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And then there was also, I just looked it up, the B hag or the P hag, the big hairy
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
audacious goal, and the petite hairless agreeable goal. That was one of the things.
Yeah, that's what Leah liked the most was that. Because
Yeah.
she was like, because Leah does the big insane.
Yeah, she goes too
goal, and
far.
then she burns
Yeah.
out. And she's like, I'm already doing it. I can't add another thing. And then after she's like, no, just a tiny thing. And she's like, oh, okay, coffee. I can do just a coffee by myself. Okay.
Same with
I
Kara.
can do
Kara was
that.
like, I don't want to get up at 4. She was
Yeah.
like already getting up at 5.
Totally.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Talk about getting up at like 4. It's like the longest day of the year. Like this week was the longest day of the year. So like I've been waking up at like 10 to 4 because the sun has been peeking around my blackout blinds. Just a little bit. I'd be like, no, it's like up at 4, the sun. And then it's like midnight. I was just like, it's not late. I don't have to sleep. You're like, it is very, very late. The sun is not sleeping, but you need to sleep because I need to sleep.
Mm.
It's like strangely energizing though, but you know, eventually you can't do it. You can't do the
How
4
many
a.m. every
hours
day.
of darkness do you get right now?
I don't know, 4. I'm sleeping for part of it, so it's not much. Like it'll still be light out at like sunset is before midnight, but then you still have like dusk, right? So maybe like 4 nighttime.
No.
Or
For
less,
actual
or-
dark
or
hours?
less. Like that's the thing. I've been waking up at like 10. I woke up at like 10 to 4 from the light,
Yeah.
like peeking
light
around
here.
my blackout blinds.
It's light
Right.
here definitely at 4:30. Like
Yeah,
I think that
crazy.
you're because you're much more north, it's like
Yeah.
more, but
Yeah.
here the sun is not like I'm thinking about doing a firework day, but then I'm also like conflicted because literally it's not dark enough until 10 p.m. I'm like I've been watching, right? And I'm like, okay, it's 9:30. I still probably wouldn't be happening yet. So I'm trying to like, because Fred would want to go, but at the same time, I'm like, do I want to stay up until after 10 p.m. with Fred? I'm not sure.
Yeah, like we have a drive-in here, and this time of year, if you go to the drive-in, the movie starts at like I think 11:30 or 12. Yeah.
So that would work for Lindsay.
Yeah.
It would
Something
be
that's
perfect
like
for me.
right?
Perfect.
Like, yeah.
Right? Because you're a wolf.
could sleep
What
in
is the
and-
types again?
You'll
There
just be up
was-
a couple hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
true.
fun.
It's great.
It would be like a
Lions,
matinee
bears,
for
wolves,
you.
and dolphins. Sarah.
Oh yeah, you're a wolf.
I should.
I'm
yes.
a bear. Where's mine?
There was a lion and a dolphin.
Definitely a dolphin, yeah.
I usually have my book like here. I'm like
I
totally.
couldn't find it. I have it somewhere in the house, but you should see
What are we
my
talking
house.
about? The 4% fix? I have mine in my stack that you can see
Maybe
right
I-
over there. Down.
Maybe
down.
I read
Yeah, I got
Sarah's. Did I read yours?
You could have.
You were here. No, I don't know. I thought I
Maybe
bought
you
it.
libraried it.
I might have libraried.
Oh,
I'm
you
a huge
did
library
library
fan.
it.
I tried to get
you
everything. I
did.
tried to get the Midnight Library from the library, but there was a
a
super
lineup,
long
yeah.
lineup. Yeah, and I couldn't do the audiobook. I just couldn't. I didn't think she interpreted the character properly, and I was just like, no.
Oh,
that's not the
Kara. Well,
feeling
you'll
at all.
hear.
Kara said the same
Well,
thing. Is that true?
Oh, she loves it.
Oh, she liked
No,
the
you'll
audiobook.
hear it in the book report that's coming out on Monday. Kara's like, I love the actress that did it. She was amazing. I wish I knew her name.
Oh, I didn't think
Yeah,
that
she
she
loved it.
like got Nora, but maybe I don't know. Maybe Nora's voice in my head is just different.
Mhm.
Oh, hold on a
Lindsay, do
second.
you have
I gotta take
an
a phone
idea
call
of what
here.
you're going to ask Karma Brown?
Hello?
I don't know. I might ask if she still does the 4% fix herself and what she still uses it for or something like that. I don't know. I
Ask her
haven't
if she
really
gets up
thought
at
about
5
it much.
a.m. Still.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I read Come Away With Me, and I have on hold.
Is that a fiction?
It's something like, yes, something about Good Wife or something. I should
The
know
Good
what the
Wife?
title is. I
No,
guess
it's not The Good Wife because that's a different book. But
No,
I know
it's
what you're
not.
talking
It's
about.
like
What are we talking about?
it's like
Karma Brown's
Karma's
other books.
actual
Oh.
books, her fiction books. Come Away With Me it's really good because when you're least expecting it, she does the crazy twist, and you're like, it makes the whole book, and it's like the end of the book, and you're like,
Okay.
oh my god, amazing.
The Way
And it
I
makes you
Used to
wanna-
Be. Is that one of them?
No, Come Away With Me.
Recipe
What's
for
Come
the
Away With Me about? Maybe I've
Oh,
read
Recipe
for
is the one I have on
for a
hold.
perfect wife.
Yeah, Recipe for a Perfect Wife. That's one I have on hold.
Ooh,
That one's
brother.
like it's been on hold at the library forever.
Should we
So.
do the Audacity stuff now? I'm just thinking.
Yes, now, yeah. 1, 2, 3, go.
Testing.
Recording.
Oh, Mare, you say
Recording.
It's working.
Sarah
What?
Diop, and Lindsay, you say your full name.
I like your name, Lindsay, now. Fan Lindsay. Just in
figured that'd be
case.
appropriate.
I like it.
I should change
like,
mine
'cause
to
she
original
loves-
Lindsay now.
Yeah, OG.
Because she loves fans.
Or you should
That's
put
right.
like not fan Lindsay, and then we can explain it to Karma.
Not fan.
All right.
That might be weird. I don't know.
That might be weird. Might.
I'll leave it at that.
I'm kind of
Fairly
nervous.
certain
Not a
it would
fan.
be weird. I'm not.
You're nervous?
Yeah. Like I should be fine. It's just,
It's
Well, we
gonna be
never
different
met her
'cause
yet.
there's
Kirsten
air
on
trail.
it, yeah.
With Kirsten, right? Like it's practically a celebrity,
Mm.
right? So it's worthy of nerves.
Yeah.
Sarah, you're gonna do like an introduction to her and then an introduction on the
All
podcast,
of
right?
us. Sure.
Like-
But does someone else want to do it? Because I feel so nervous.
Do what?
To
be like-
introduce Karma Brown when she
Karma.
comes on.
Fan Lindsay, it's your book pick.
I don't want to do the intro.
Okay.
I like your honesty.
I don't really like being on video or at all. So
I
Well,
also
it's
have
really
stage fright.
good.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I also get stage fright. I don't like a lot of people looking at me.
Yeah.
Okay, I
yeah.
can do it. No one else wants to do it? I can do it, I guess.
I don't mind if you need me to. I just am
Right?
worried I'm gonna start coughing or something and it'll be awkwardly weird.
That'd be
I guess we
awesome.
could just edit it.
I can just edit it. Yeah.
Karma.
You
It
do
would
it.
sound
Yeah,
funny,
yeah.
like you're like.
And then she cuts out the cough, and then you're like, blah 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 blah. Oh man, I like checked my like waveform before to make sure it wasn't like too big or too small, but now that I'm talking and laughing for real, it seems really big. What do you prefer?
Okay, big's
Sarah?
better than small.
Big
Okay.
is better than
Big
small.
is better than small.
So many jokes
Did
to be
anybody say,
made.
does anybody have
Yeah.
one to say that's what she said?
I know exactly. I was just
Yeah.
saying, there's so many.
Oh
I
my
couldn't pick
God.
one.
I tell you, I taught that to my mom, and then now she's just obsessed with it. Like every single thing. That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
That's
You're
the
like,
beauty
"Oh,
of that's
it's
what
not a new
that's
thing."
what she
You're
said.
like, Mom, it's really old. That's great.
She's so retro.
Yeah.
Would it be considered retro now? Maybe.
Probably. I think it was a
don't
few
know.
years ago. I think it was
I think like
kids for
before something's retro, it has to be passe. I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know the true definition of retro. So,
I don't either.
like, is there an actual time limit attached to it?
Somebody probably put it at like official. Some hipster decided some official definition somewhere, but I'm sure most people just think it means old.
Can you guys hear my chair squeak?
No.
No.
Okay, but
There is, well, it's not you, but Kara has a very squeaky chair.
Kara likes to
so
pick up
sometimes
her.
hers-
She likes to pick up her microphone and move it around.
But we can't even.
I was like,
talk
you
about
can't
it.
touch the microphone because it makes a noise when you touch it.
We can't talk about it. It's just there's so many things with Kara. Like our last Midnight Library episode that had 3 episodes, she was folding laundry and she'll stop and have a chat. So when I was editing the video portion, I was trying to make it so when she had stopped doing laundry, then we'd show her. But it was very difficult.
I think it's okay to show her folding laundry. It's book interrupted after all. You're like, I don't have time for this podcast. I'm
Well, we
folding laundry.
did. No, it was fine. I didn't even tell her anything about it. I was like, clearly she doesn't have time and she needs this laundry folded. But yeah. But it's because she was folding laundry, she was constantly moving her mouth from the microphone.
I love it.
Yeah.
Our
So she'd be
Elsa,
like super loud and then super quiet, super loud and super quiet.
Dan usually does a lot of the kids' laundry because they go through so much laundry. But Elsa decided that she wanted to reorganize her drawers differently. She was like, I want to do it differently. I was like, yeah, they're your drawers, man. Like, fill your boots. I'll help you do it. And so now hers are different. Like the top drawer is pants and underwear, which I understand because she's going to put the underwear on and then the pants. And the second drawer is pajamas and socks because
I can get on board with that.
Right. And then the bottom one is shirts. So like, but Dan's like, I don't know where anything goes, and the kids share socks all the time. So what socks go in whatever? I'm like, these ones go here, and these ones go here, and these ones can go in either one. So he's just like lost. He's like, where does her underwear go? I'm like, you have to put it with the pants. But then Violet's are all, what I did, which is like,
I think that Elsa's system is really ingenious, actually. Like
makes
literally top down. That's how she'll get dressed.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Like you want to put your underwear and your pants on first because you're putting a dress on. It's hard to put pants on after the dress, right? Put the dress on second. Anyway.
I usually get dressed like that too, like bottom up. But then your drawers should be top down. So good job, Elsa. I may rearrange my drawers.
But it makes laundry difficult for Dad. I was like, I'll put it away. But
I think laundry is difficult for any male.
Well,
period.
Dan also, there's
Genetically.
something, he's done something to his brain. You know, when you do like something a lot of times, like a mistake a lot of times, and you always do that mistake because that's your neural pathway has become strong. So he has this thing where he knows which clothes belong to which kid, but he'll accidentally put them in the wrong drawers. And the kids love it. They're like, what's this doing in here? Oh, Dad. I was like, so they love it. I was like, don't worry if you, and like he's like, oh brother. I was like, no, they love it. So don't worry, you put it at any drawer and they'll be happy. You get it right, they're happy. You get it wrong, they love it. They love seeing you make a mistake.
I wouldn't even deal with that. If I had 2 kids, I would be like, the clothes are in the drawers. Good luck.
Oh, Dad.
We give them a laundry bin with all their clean laundry unfolded in it and put that in their room and say it has to be empty by Friday.
Yes. Because Freddie like will wear something for 7 seconds and then he doesn't want to put it away. So it goes into the laundry. I'm like, you do laundry with me now. Yeah. So I sit with him and he folds all his stuff and I fold all the other stuff. But yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
That's like, because then like maybe you'll think twice.
Right.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone. It's bright and early there, isn't it?
If you've enjoyed these video highlights, listen to the full episode on our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. Remember to like and subscribe and ring that bell to be notified when new episodes are published. Find out more by going to www.bookinterrupted.com.
On Book Interrupted.
Never forget, every child matters.